first time in over a month, the Philadelphia Hockey Club's NCDC program is back here in Hollydale in Sewell, New Jersey. Welcome in Gary Dilsig for RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. And not only is this team back in Hollydale, they're virtually unrecognizable in some spots. Basically a completely different team from when they left for the USPHL bubble hub city down in Florida to when they're coming back. A lot of new stars coming out of this. Also, someone we saw briefly with the PHC. Seeing him a lot more in a bigger role. Frank Konopasek, he's someone you want to highlight to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, new squad for PHC. They didn't start off the season exactly how they would have wanted. They are the bottom of the Northern Conference right now as it stands, but they're 5-5 in their last 10, and a large part of that is we're seeing new talent come up and perform for PHC, and it's going to cause for an interesting matchup against the Islanders here tonight.
Not really the best situation for the PHC. They've dropped 2 straight. 6-3 loss to Boston earlier on, and a 3-1 loss to the Northern Cyclones before that. While they do have a new look team, guys still getting together, they started putting the pieces together down in Florida. Someone you definitely want to highlight is Jaden Price. 6 goals, 9 assists. That was basically all done down in South Florida. He's someone you're going to look at tonight to get a big win for the PHC against the Junior Islanders.
Yeah, no doubt. If you look at the PHC's earlier games throughout the season, scoring was a large issue for them. They were failing to put points up in a lot of games. However, like you said, that has not been the case in these last few weeks here, and now first game back at Hollydale Arena, obviously hoping to continue that trend.
Something we didn't mention yet, the Junior Islanders. How they have been playing in the past couple of games. Really, they haven't been too bad. They're coming off a 5-2 win against Utica on Wednesday. Anthony Bernardo had 2 goals and an assist in that one. They start finding their footing. We've seen this matchup quite some time between the PHC and the Junior Islanders. Had a shootout game back, I believe, in early January, if my memory stands correctly. That one went to a shootout, fun matchup here in Hollydale. And then down in Florida, PHC did get the better of them in their last matchup, but these are 2 hard-fought teams that go at it very consistently, and it's going to be a fun one to say the very least.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Philadelphia not off to the start they would have hoped for to start this season. However, 2-2 against the Islanders here so far this season. Even series, then for the chance to one team take the lead, and they'll see each other tomorrow again. So these teams know each other well, and when teams play each other that often, it's always unpredictable to see what's going to happen next.
Absolutely. We'll take a look at some highlighted players. Starting off first for the Philadelphia Hockey Club, someone we definitely want to mention, Jackson Mays. Main guy for this program, main guy for this team. He leads the way in basically every category. Expecting a big game from him tonight.
Well, quite frankly, Philadelphia is going to need a big game from Mays here tonight. Like we said, scoring has been an issue in the past, not so much in these last few weeks, and Philadelphia is going to need to get goals up on a talented New York team if they want to get the win here tonight.
Absolutely. Also got to mention someone we already mentioned in the broadcast. Frank Konopasek has really showed up, especially later on down in the hub city in Tampa. He's someone big. Mention him one more time. If they need to get some offense going, he's a guy to look at.
Yeah, no doubt. Frank Konopasek and Jackson Mays going to be huge parts for this Philadelphia offense. If they get involved here early, I think we're going to see success here for Philadelphia tonight.
And then on the opposite side for Junior Islanders, their leading goal scorer, Ryan Willett, 16 goals, 30 assists. He's a playmaker, can get it done by himself, can lead his teammates up to some success. He's a do-it-all guy for the Junior Islanders. If anyone's going to keep the success going, it's Ryan Willett.
Yeah, no doubt. And another star I'd like to highlight for this Islanders team is in net. Thomas Gale for the Islanders has been spectacular all season long with a record of 9-2, a goals against average under 2 just slightly, and a save percentage around 93%. He's been phenomenal, one of the best goaltenders in the NCDC this season, and if he gets to start here tonight, I expect him to be a big factor.
Definitely. Gale has been fantastic. They've had some good goaltenders. Ruskowski, AJ Ruskowski was really big. However, down in Tampa, we saw a little bit more. Gale getting a little bit more starts. He's looking really good at this point in the year. Another guy we want to mention before we take a quick step off before the puck drop is Devin Moran. He's been fantastic, especially in the goal scoring category. 17 goals. I believe he leads the way for the Junior Islanders. Playmaker. As simple as that. He's a guy that can create space, get open shots, and put him into the back of the net, more importantly.
Yeah, Philadelphia is going to need to highlight him here tonight. If they want to stay close in this game, they're going to need to keep guys in front of them, not allow them to get a lot of shots on goal if they want a chance.
And then, almost time for puck drop. Keys to the game. Dylan, first for the PHC. What are you looking at?
Well, for me, I'm always about getting off to an early start, especially if we see Gale get the start here for the Islanders tonight, getting shots on goal early. With the goals against average under 2, you're going to have to test him often and early if you want to get on the board.
And on the opposite side, for the Junior Islanders, situation, Philadelphia coming off back-to-back losses, 32 losses on the year. This is a tough team. They need some big wins. They're going to come out hungry on the opposite side of the Junior Islanders. Expect them to do the exact same thing. What do they got to do to come away with the W?
The Islanders are going to really look towards Ryan Willett. Like we said, 30 assists on the season. He's a playmaker. If he can look to set up his teammates, this Islanders offense has found success all season long as he's been able to do that.
It'll be interesting to see if that can happen. Moments away from puck drop here from Hollydale Ice Arena. Don't go anywhere. You're watching RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. That's all I got. Philadelphia Hockey Club back in Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey, as they take on the Powell Junior Islanders for the first time in almost 2 months. The PHC is back in Jersey, back in the Philadelphia region. It's a fun one here tonight. Garrett Lee, Dylan Siddiqui here for RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. And for Philadelphia, they need a win. Bottom line.
Yeah, like you said, right now Philadelphia is the bottom of the Northern Conference. And as you mentioned, it feels like it's been forever since we've seen Philadelphia back here on their home ice. Right now, they're on a 2-game losing skid. You know, it'd feel great for Philadelphia to come back, home ice, first game back in forever, break the losing streak, and maybe get some momentum going here to end the season.
And we talk about the goaltenders matchup between these two teams. Starting off first for the Philadelphia Hockey Club, Alex Proctor getting the nod in net. On the opposite side, Thomas Gale, who's been fantastic for the Junior Isles so far this season, was really big down in the hub city of Tampa for the Junior Islanders as they zip this one immediately into the offensive end, straight off. A little clear from Philadelphia, play behind the net of Proctor. That one's dipped to the far side. We'll get to starting lineups in just a minute as Waugh throws that one down low.
Interestingly there, Proctor lost his stick. Looks like one of his teammates surrendered theirs for him, but his is over there in the corner right now. And now without one again, this play comes back.
Play back into the offensive end. Philadelphia sips it out. Proctor will go retrieve his stick as quickly Starring trying to get into the offensive zone. They cannot. Corona takes this one for the Junior Isles. Played in the corner by Philadelphia. Now behind the net of Proctor, trying to get out of their own end is Philadelphia. A basically new look team for the PHC since last time they've been here on RTN Channel 5. Zipped in the corner. Corona trying to lead things out as it's freed up behind the net and now taken here by Philadelphia. They try and start a little bit of a rush. Here's Fortner. Fortner leads it ahead, looking for a shot. Pass over. That one can't get there in time. Try to get it over to Spafford. They'll corral it in the corner as Starring frees the puck up, ties it up in the corner. Corona jars that one behind the boards. Philadelphia trying to hold the zone. Starring gets that one poked away. Spafford with it, tries to free that one up. Nobody there, as now Willett takes things for the Junior Islanders. Freed up, taken the other way by Philadelphia. Into the offensive zone. Hard shot laid down there as Mays takes it in the corner, frees up to the point. That one-timer goes wide. Zipped behind the net of Gale once more as Mays skating quickly for it. Timo plays it. He takes a little bit of a shot there as Price lays some hardwood behind the netting. Back into the Philadelphia zone. The Islanders with possession of the puck as there's a shot. That one, not really a big chance, just kind of threw that one on net. Now played back here by the Junior Islanders. Thrown in as Gibbons will take things for the men in blue sweaters. Freed up by Philadelphia. They're going to clear the zone as now Hertog will lead it back in as Philadelphia was just trying to get a little bit of a line change going. That one's freed up. Dangerous puck in front and then just goes wide. Couldn't get a shot off of it. Proctor was played way out of position. Luckily able to get back before any damage could be done. Shuffles this one behind the net of Proctor. Played here by Hughes. Hughes takes a shot in the corner. Puck freed up. Philadelphia still with it, trying to get out of their own end. They cannot. Junior Islanders right on top of the puck, digging around, dumps that one off. Not able to get to the cutter in front. As now it's played here by Waugh. Waugh zips it down low as it's freed back up to him at the point, at the blue line. That one, little wrister, down low, puck loose behind the cage. And it's freed up with 16:09 left to play here in the first period. Finally, Philadelphia trying to take things the other way after a strong offensive possession. Tried to dip that one in. couldn't get it in. Now Philadelphia will successfully get their line change. However, Konopasek has to fend off an Islander. Thrown off the boards once more. Konopasek still fighting down low as it's shuffleboarded behind the net, taken here by McNeil. McNeil, that puck immediately taken away. Starring gives over to Chris. Chris could dump that one in for the Junior Islanders. Trying to operate in front. Now played back up to the point. A little wrister. That one's not going really anywhere dangerous as Schaefer just kind of chucked that one wide. Skating past center. Schaefer with a nice poke check to stop the rush of McNeil. As he takes the puck here is Schaefer. Schaefer into the neutral zone. Whips that one along the boards. And behind the net of Proctor, who goes out to play it. Frees it up, taking the other way. Here's Fortner. Fortner tries to lead the cutting man. Couldn't get anything going over to Anderson. This one's thrown into the offensive zone. Philadelphia trying to head things out as Anderson frees the puck up behind the net of Gale. Gale has not seen much action so far. As Fortner frees that one up. Zips a little bit in front of the net of Gale. Still hasn't faced, if I'm correct, a shot on the night so far. And we're over 5 minutes down. So Willie taking it the other way. Finally, we get our first stoppage in this first period. So far, the Junior Islanders doing a very good job, not only of controlling neutral ice, but keeping things in the offensive zone and getting a little bit of chance. We haven't seen anything major, but they've done a really good job puck control.
Yeah, this game has been all Islanders so far, and I think we're seeing Philadelphia really trying to set a physical pace here early, and I think they need to be careful. They're getting a little too worried about playing the body and not playing the puck, and I think that's kind of resulting in their lack of offense so far here tonight.
Really have had that physicality as Waugh takes this one in. Shockingly quick skating Waugh as that one's thrown up from the point, deflected in front. Proctor makes a save and holds for a face-off. Philip Waugh, he's 6'4", 220-pounder out of McLean, Virginia. Big body guy at the defense position for the Junior Islanders. Shockingly skates the puck incredibly well for someone of his size. 6'4" on the ice, more reaches around 6'6" and skates as an offsides. Will be called on Philadelphia, just a tad over.
Philadelphia is just not able to get anything going offensively right now. It seems like they're kind of getting stood up at the blue line, seeing them struggle to enter the zone cleanly and quickly turning it over when they do.
The best way to say it is stood up at the blue line, absolutely. Jaros to take the face-off with the Junior Islanders. That one's won back by Demetrio. DJ Demetrio, that one's going to be thrown on net. A chase for the puck. Chance in front. A snow shower for Proctor, who still makes the save. But a dangerous situation in front. As a nice job there by Gale. Find a cutter, comes straight off the bench.
We had the chance for the rare goaltender assist. That was a beauty.
And that's not even like the one where it's like, oh, he makes a kick save and
yeah,
he's the last person to touch the puck. That was legitimately
beautiful.
A good puck handling play by Thomas Gale, the Holy Cross commit for the Junior Islanders out of Kirkland, Quebec, Canada. Hasn't seen much action here tonight. Very solid goaltender for the Junior Isles. The goals against average under 2 at a 1.92. Dangerous play in front, got a shot off. Wasn't able to capitalize. Good job there by Proctor. Just popped the shoulder out. Played at the point now by Corona. Corona sips that one down, turned over, taken the other way. Here comes the PHC. Skating quickly with it. Chance in front, tries to get the shot off. Anderson can't get that one to go. Good job there by Starring to get the stick out. Willett takes this one in the corner. He's checked hard by Anderson, who frees up the pucks. Looking for something in front. There's a shot. That one no good. One time shot off the rebound. Can't go anywhere. looked like maybe it got deflected as Longton tried to get a full stick on it. He couldn't. Bernardo takes it for the Junior Islanders in his own end. Frees things up towards the neutral zone. Nice little rush there by the PHC. Puck way up in the sky, stays in play. Not hitting the low-hanging ceiling here at Hollydale. Trying to catch the Islanders in the midst of a chain. They dump this one off. Throws that one on net. Immediately goes right into the stick of Chris. Chris skating fast. There's the wrister. Tries to go again. Backhander. They score! Tyler Chris hits him with a wrister. Goes, gets his own rebound. Backhand. He scores. 1-0 in favor of the Junior Isles.
Yeah, and that was just a beautiful play all around from the Islanders. Standing the shot up in the defensive zone there. Chris then taking it the other way, being a one-man band, gets the rebound off the initial wrist shot. Nice backhand try, top shelf. Now Islanders up 1-0.
A play started in the defensive end for the Junior Islanders, essentially. Was able to block the shot with the stick. Chris got control of it, took it in the other end, got the wrister on, then had the wherewithal to go and get the rebound as another dangerous play in front. That one stopped by Proctor. Taking the other way. Here comes Philadelphia. One-time kick save made by Gale. Fast action so far. Moran takes it the other way. He dips that one off. Gibbons takes it at the point. Gives off once more. Chased at the blue line. And eventually forced to just corral that one is Philadelphia. As it was just tossed into the offensive zone. As taken here. Goes out to play. There's Gale. Gale's pass got stood up. Now taken here by McNeil. Gives off to Price. That pass can't connect. Demetrio with a large hit laid down on Hertog. Pass goes over to PJ Demetrio. Controlling the puck here near the boards. Glove save. Ground ball shot. Just scooped up by Gale, who holds for faceoff.
And Gale finally getting tested. Those are the first two shots that we've seen against him tonight. Easy one for him there, but that first one, that was a good scoring opportunity for Philadelphia, but just a better save, and that's a big reason why Thomas Gale has had such a phenomenal season, because of plays like that.
You can see the difference in some situations where you know you're playing a good goaltender just by the reflexes on some of their saves, make the easy shots, you know, sometimes look a little difficult. Right there, little wrister made very good. Gale in net, been dangerous right there, almost facing a little bit of a shot. Reflexes are definitely there as Anderson tries to free that one up. Willett gets control of the puck. He gives over to Bernardo. Bernardo on the far side takes a shot near the PHC bench. Played in the corner now, 10 minutes down in this first period. Junior Islanders up 1-0. Into the neutral zone. Fortner tosses that one away. Corona takes it the other way. He tries to free the puck up. He cannot. Spafford gives off. That one deflected out of play. Fortner was in the slot. Had a couple blue sweaters on him. A dangerous play, nevertheless. Tried to get the shot off, couldn't really get it there.
Again, we're seeing Philadelphia really go out of their way to try to establish a physical presence early on in this game. And I don't know if it's going to pay off for them. Again, I'm a little worried that they're focusing a little too much on the hits here and not too much on the puck.
Zarcone ties up on the face-off with Cade Carlson. Thrown out, skating for it quickly. Proctor has to go out to play that one. A nice job there as it goes into the possession of the Islanders and Vonk. Behind the net, Proctor tries to play behind his own net. He does successfully. His play at the blue line, Vonk can't control. So the Philadelphia Hockey Club will take it the other way. Thrown on net as Gale will come sliding way out. Hold for a faceoff. In his own end, faceoff will go over to the left-hand circle. And so far, really good, very impressed with the few amount of opportunities the Islanders have faced defensively. They've stopped them in their tracks, which is really good. And also, the 1 or 2 chances on Gale, he's been able to make the stop.
Yeah, like you said, they're doing a really good job of keeping these opportunities from reaching a dangerous level. They're pretty tame opportunities here for Philadelphia, minus the one we saw just a few minutes ago.
Taken here, heading the other way is Waugh. Waugh whips that one into the offensive zone, taken by the PHC. As they try and steer things out of their own end, take it the other way, turned over, big shot laid down near center as Bone lays the wood there in neutral ice. Opposite side, same situation. Serio puts on the brakes like a brick wall. Satima looking for something in front. Dangerous play. Couldn't really toss it in the right spot. Hard forechecking by the Islanders as they try and get a line change. That one's successful. The pass tried to connect to the far side. Couldn't get that one over to Thronson. Loose puck in neutral ice once more. It's Kormanek. Can't really control here. Heads back. Icing call will be made. And things head into the Philadelphia zone.
The difference I'm noticing right now between these two teams' offenses is we're seeing the Islanders do a much better job of crashing towards the net, really putting the pressure on Philadelphia in close quarters, where Philadelphia kind of getting stood up around the face-off circles.
Played at the point. That one, kick save made by Proctor, goes into the possession of Philadelphia and Hughes. Can't get control. That one was Philadelphia. Luckily, 2 blue sweaters colliding with it. Taking the other way. Here comes the PHC. Counter passing. Backhand pass. That one freed up to a bunch of Islanders. Willett cuts inside. Tries to go high slot. Down low. That one's poked away. And into friendly ice. That wasn't a very friendly shot, as Anderson laid the wood there. Puts on the brakes. Rister, that one kicked away by Gale. Not able to generate anything. This one's gonna go travel back. Icing will be waved off. And now Kaltoff will take it here for the PHC in his own end. Drops that one off to Anderson. Down low. Fortner trying to get to it. He's met by a couple Islanders. That one's going to travel all the way back again to Proctor. Can't connect on these passes as Proctor has to set things up. Behind the net, working is Philadelphia. Slowing things down, trying to get some offensive opportunities. They really haven't been able to get any so far. Thrown over to Spafford. He can't corral the puck. Serio takes this one for the Junior Islanders. Proctor behind the net. Tosses that one over as they try and start a rush. They cannot. Back in like a game of pong. Thrown into the end once more as Gale takes control of this one. Carlson working with it. Cole Carlson gives off to McNeil. From the point, that one just thrown towards the net. Couldn't get there, and now freed up once more, trying to go the other way is Satimo. Satimo, that one's poked once more, and back towards center. Off the glass, dangerous play as Proctor saw it was going one way, deflected another. Luckily went wide, because Proctor was not expecting the puck to go where it did. That one's chucked on net, glove save made. And a stoppage. 5:32 left to play here in the first period. After some strong forechecking and heavy offensive chances for both sides in a little bit of a dead period here in the middle of this first period. A lot of play in the neutral zone and a lot of you clearing, no you clearing, so on and so forth.
No doubt. We're seeing both teams right now kind of struggle to find their groove offensively. Especially the Islanders have settled down these last few minutes.
Blocked shot there by Hertog. Philadelphia has to retreat. Durazio with the shot. Now here's a chance. Tries to throw that one in front was Mays. Tried to pass over to Price. Another hard shot there by Bone. Heading the other way. Here comes the Junior Islander. Looking for a shot. That one at the circle. Deflected in front. Proctor outside to make the save, and he'll hold. As things getting a little chippy in front of the net of Proctor. A little powwow from both sides. As just discussing, hopefully not politics.
And once again, Gary, we're seeing, the Islanders crashing hard to the net, putting pressure on Proctor to corral that puck down. But when that puck's bouncing and you got 6, 7 sweaters around you, it's not an easy task to do. And the Islanders are making some good scoring opportunities for themselves here.
Faceoff goes into the neutral zone. Puck's tied up. Philadelphia tries to free it up as a winger comes in. Fortner couldn't get there in time. That one's thrown right towards Gale. He makes the stop. Plays similar to, I made this analogy before, but it plays like a shortstop in net. Nothing's getting by him. He's going to use that glove.
He's flashing the leather and doing it effectively, although hasn't been tested with it too much, but he's been effective with it so far.
Likes to use the glove. Doesn't want any rebound chances, and that's a defenseman's best friend. Down low, working is Anderson. As that puck's freed up, Willett tries to start the rush. Bangs that one off the boards. Vonk then has to go and get it himself. Backhand pass, gets to the stick of Bernardo. Bernardo whips that one towards Proctor, who makes the save. Holds for a face-off on the other side, so both goaltenders not really facing any chances so far nearing the end of this first period. Saw some damage earlier on, and that's where we stand, 1-0 game with under 5 minutes left to play here in the first period. But really, since then, Proctor and Gale making relatively easy saves. Waugh goes down low and wraps around the pipes. Couldn't get the pass off, is poked away. Christ working here, the lone goal scorer on the night so far. Puck freed up, shucked towards center. And now into the Islander end as Waugh tries to lead it out. He does successfully. Heading the other way, here's Cohen. Cohen met by a swarm of white sweaters and concedes, loses the puck there. Philadelphia in their own end, trying to start a little bit of a rush here. Haven't seen much back and forth in terms of high pace. Both sides kind of just in this stalemate, similar to a tennis match. Moran takes it the other way, looking for a chance. Rister, that one save made. Proctor holds, face-off upcoming. Nice little Rister there. Try and get a little bit of this offense going in the past couple of minutes, like we said. Hasn't really been there.
Yeah, both teams, like you mentioned, it's kind of like watching tennis right now. Taking turns, dumping in, going for a change. No team really able to gain solid possession in the offensive zone yet.
Face-off won by the Isle. Schaefer with a shot. That one deflects, doesn't get on net. And now trying to lead it the other way. Pass over. Offsides will be called as Price little ahead. It was close. It looked like the pass got there first. Depends where you let it. However, that's where we stand offside.
It's been pretty close a few times for Philadelphia tonight trying to gain the zone. So I'm not surprised that we see that one get called, because there have been a questionable few calls so far here already in terms of letting the offsides go.
Starring gives off to Cormanic. Into the offensive end. They lose control. Philadelphia the other way. Stoppage on the opposite side. And skating right to the box. It was away from the play, but I believe it was Jaden Price. The number I had is correct. I believe it is. So, slashing is the official call. Was away from the play. Not too shocked. That was what the call was. Late whistle to go along with it. So, way out of the way. And now Philadelphia, not where they want to be. Down a man. Around 3 minutes left to play here in the first period. Already down 1. Willett gives off as they try and set up. Willett working at the high circle. Tic-tac-toe right back to Willett. Down low, dropped off. Looking for a cutter. They score. Beautiful play design there by the Islanders. And it, more importantly, makes it a 2-0 game.
And the Islanders wasted no time on that power play. And Philadelphia can't afford, that was a completely ill-advised penalty. Easily avoidable, but we've seen that from this Philadelphia team this year. They're the second most penalized team in the Northern Conference of the NCDC, and you just can't afford to make those kind of mistakes in close games. That's how close games become blowouts.
Brendan Gibbons gets his 5th of the year with that one. Very simple. All he had to do was go to the spot. Very good job. Cut inside, back door. Nothing really to do there for Philadelphia. You got to get a body in front. Weren't able to do that, and that's where they stand, down 2. Waugh takes the puck here behind his own net. Gives over to Christ. Christ, skating fast, takes a shot near the boards as Thronson gets him good. Puck freed up, has to spin around. Puck's lost. Philadelphia will jump right back on it in the neutral zone. Goes behind to Gale. Gale neglects the play. It's Serio. Takes a little bit of a shot there from Cole Carlson. That one's chucked into the offensive zone. They weren't able to make the play there. Stick down on the ice. Almost touched up on that. However, did not. Taken here for the Islanders. Quickly lost. It's poked away by the PHC. That one just a little wide. Philadelphia working on the forecheck. Dips that one off the boards. Anderson was looking for the pass. Could not get it as Gibbons takes it the other way. That puck immediately freed up as well. The Islanders in the midst of a change. Anderson called a little offside as he was just a tad behind Spafford.
An entry just continuing to plague Philadelphia here. Really struggling to gain entry into the offensive zone. And as a result, we haven't seen much from them offensively at all this game.
Face-off goes into the neutral zone. And it really hasn't been too good offensively for Philadelphia. They had probably only a handful of shots on net to begin with, and actual chances, maybe one.
Yeah, I'd argue one.
It's an arguable one to go along with that. While the Islanders, they had a strong start to the period and then had the power play goal, but after the Chris goal, it looks like things slowed down a little bit offensively. Besides the power play goal, which I mean was very well executed on the man advantage. Here's an opportunity, other way, throws that one in front, and then second chance try, could not get the full stick on it, and that's not where they want to be. So 39 seconds left to play here in the first period. Philadelphia down 2. Face-off tied up, taken away by Philadelphia. Now towards center, 30 seconds left to play. It's taken here. That one deflects off the skate of Vonk and out of play as a shot taken by Hughes It's a good-looking shot. Just sailed on him off the deflection. And that's the situation. They've had these fast operating chances, just haven't been able to get them on net. And it's led to the game being what it is, 2-0 in favor of the Junior Islanders. Taken here at the point and dumped down. This Philadelphia is Thronson. Thronson's shot. That one was a nice little look from the point. Pops out of play once more. We'll reset. 20 seconds left to go here in the first period.
Now I'd argue two. I'd say we see now two at least decent scoring opportunities for Philadelphia.
Satimo take the draw for the Islanders. He wins that one back. Serio frees up the puck over. That one pops towards the neutral zone. Satimo trying to chase after it. Some fast skaters for the Junior Islanders have wreaked havoc on the forecheck. Deacon around, gives off Hughes with a shot. That wrister can't get on net, and that will do it for the first period here from Hollydale. 2-0 in favor of the Junior Islanders, with goals scored first by Tyler Chris. He started the scoring for the Junior Islanders, and then Brendan Gibbons getting the short-hander to go along with that. Two nothing once again where we stand, as like we mentioned, goals by Tyler Chris, goals on the power play by Brandon Gibbons, and really it hasn't been great for Philadelphia. We'll get to the Junior Islanders in a moment, but from Philadelphia offensively, not really showed up here. Looks like they left it in Florida.
Yeah, exactly. There's been nothing going for Philadelphia offensively. We've seen, now I would say two, argue two decent scoring opportunities for the PHC, but it just feels like every time they shoot, the Islanders have the shooting lanes completely clogged up. We're seeing it just go off defenders half the time, not even reaching it to goal. So Philadelphia, I think first of all, it's got to start with entry into the zone. We're seeing them struggle with entry. Towards the end of that period there, we saw a decent entry there with some nifty stick handling. I think that could be a window that they maybe want to open a little more heading into this second period.
Absolutely. I think the offense needs to improve, get more chances in your own end, set things up. Talking about setting things up on the power play, that's where we'll go before we talk about the Chris goal. Brendan Gibbons, what a beautiful job by the Junior Islanders to free up Gibbons, get him the open look in front. All he had to do, just be there. Made it 2-0 in favor of the Junior Isles.
Yeah, without a doubt, that was perfectly executed on the side of the Islanders. Tic-tac-toe, wasted no seconds. Only 16 seconds into the power play, the Islanders were able to make it a 2-0 game.
And that's where we stand. Tyler Chris netted the first one for the Junior Islanders. He gets double-digit goals on the year. He gets his 10th. Brendan Gibbons also getting a power play goal on the night. That's where we stand. 2-0 in favor of the Junior Islanders. We'll be back. Second period coverage in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. You're watching RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Welcome back in. Second period action here from Hideout Ice Arena. Philadelphia Hockey Club currently trails the Powell Junior Islanders 2-0 at the end of one. We're going to send it down to Amanda Harvey for first period recap and more on what went down in that first period. Amanda, down to you.
Thanks, Gary and Dylan. What a great start to this game at the Holydale Ice Arena with the New York Junior Islanders and Philadelphia Hockey Club. Two teams with lots of talent. The Islanders currently lead with a score of 2-0 at the end of the first period. This is Philadelphia's first game back at home. They were just in Tampa, Florida from late December to early February. Even though they are last in the NCDC division, they did pretty well down in Tampa and held their own and got better competition. I would like to highlight number 5, Brendan Gibbons, who scored on a power play for the New York Islanders. Philadelphia needs to capitalize more on their chances and take control of the next period. I just spoke with head coach for the Philadelphia, Coach Rayland, and he said that he didn't like how the team gave up 2 goals and they need to focus more on the details for next period. He said that he thinks the team is a little bit nervous right now because there are 10 new guys in the lineup who haven't played in a game in this building. So hopefully all the nerves are out and they can regroup for next period. That's it for me. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Amanda. Back here inside the booth, Garrett Lee and Dylan Siddiqui for Philadelphia Hockey Club. Second period action, currently trailed 2-0. Amanda recently said inside the Philadelphia end. Here's the Islanders looking for a shot. That one deflects. Proctor down. Luckily not able to get a rebound try. That one's zipped all the way back for an icing call. As a little bit of a message here. Jackson Miss, captain, PHC NCDC team. Shout out to his mother. I was given a message. Mr. Mace got detoured to the rink on his way home from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, home of the 18th Airborne Corps. So, you know, he's going to be a little late. But watching some hockey live, watching at home, was told to just let you know. It might be a minute or two, but you know.
Public servant Gary.
Yeah, you know.
What a guy. Thank you for that.
I'm just letting people know, you know. I may be a play-by-play broadcaster, but I'm also a award-winning sports journalist, so you know I have to let the people know.
You have to be a voice for the voiceless.
Exactly. Shout out to my Rowan radio alias. Broadcast excellence here in the booth with Gary and Dylan. I'm not gonna lie. Back here in play, however, sorry to flex a little bit. Philadelphia works it into the offensive zone. Connor Kaltoff takes it. Sipped out of the zone, goes all the way back to Proctor. Proctor to play it here. Kaltoff back with it, off the pass from Proctor. Fortner took control, and now down low. Gale goes out to play it out of his own net. Stoppage in play. Puck touched up by Philadelphia.
One course of action I think we need to see Philadelphia take is they need to start winning the faceoffs in the offensive zone. We've mentioned how they've had trouble gaining entry. When they're already in there and they have the opportunity to maintain possession off a faceoff win, they're going to have to do a better job of winning those drops.
Behind the net, here's Gibbons. Gibbons with the goal already on the night. Played in the corner. Met by a swarm of white jerseys. They try and free the puck out. They cannot. Back up to the point. Looking for a shot. That one just wristed on net. Goes a little wide. Statimo steers things. One-time shot with a slap shot. That one can't get the third opportunity as Mace takes it the other way with a head full of steam. Past the blue line. Pass it off one more time. Looks for something in front. That one goes wide off the deflection. Taken towards center. Working here is Waugh. Waugh looking for a pass. Takes a shot himself. That one goes on net. Save made. This thing's getting a little chippy in front. Just a little discussion, a little, hey, how you doing? A little love tap, as the kids like to say. go to their respective benches, reset. We'll get a face-off in the left-hand circle of Proctor.
If you want to watch it again since tomorrow or something, it's going to be on YouTube.
Taken here in the offensive end. The Islanders force a turnover as Jaros frees the puck up, takes it the other way as Persabali leads this one away. Over to Hughes. Hughes, his pass gets deflected out of play. We'll reset, another face-off upcoming. Face-off will go towards center. As Demetrio to take the draw for Philadelphia. That one tied up, goes to the winger. Now taken here by Zametti. Zametti's pass, that one over, deflects off Hughes into the Islanders' end. Jaros with the puck here for the Junior Isles. Head full of steam, tries to steer that one forward. Offsides would have been called, so they had to reset one more time. And now taken here by Garzio. Pass chipped in. Zametti goes over to Gale. Gale will make the pass over to a teammate. They're trying to get out of their own end. Gale's done an excellent job of working the puck. Thrown into the middle. They score. Threw that one right inside. Puck popped up after a couple of odd bounces and goes into the back of the net past Gale. Now it's 2-1, still in favor of the Junior Islanders.
And boy, oh boy, was that a quick one for Philadelphia. Wraparound opportunity, found Carlson crashing towards the net, got the stick in there for the deflection off the pass, and right over the shoulder. Just crazy quick goal there for Philadelphia.
2-1 lead for the Junior Islanders now as Philadelphia finally gets on the board. Almost 5 minutes down in this middle period. Puck played at the blue line as Spafford leads it away. Caden Carlson getting credit with the goal. Tyler McNeil gets the assist. Carlson's 5th of the year for the PHC. Carlson line, one that we talked about a little bit. Solid one. Cole has done significantly more in the points categories. The backhander by Bernardo gets stopped. A good save there by Proctor. Puck freed up, taking the other way. Here's Fortner. Fortner gives off, looking for something in front. Throws that one on net, and save made by Gale, who holds for a faceoff.
Starting to see Philadelphia find their way here a little bit on the offensive side of things after a stagnant first period for them here. Quick goal there, another good shot and scoring opportunity for Philadelphia there. You know, starting to find their feet, get a little comfortable here, make this game a little more interesting.
The one goal didn't look like they had their sea legs, as the kids say, when they scored it. However, it looks like since then, they're right back in it and they feel that way. Here's a 3-on-1 chance. That one thrown on net. Dekes around, off the post, freed away. Can't get the shot off. And popped out of the zone. Philadelphia dodges a bullet. Heading the other way. Here comes the PHC and Bone. Bone's shot. That one deflects. Delayed penalty upcoming as Proctor will head to the bench. What an unfortunate series of events for the Islanders. Couldn't put it in the back of the net, and now facing a delayed penalty. Thonson. Play towards center, wasting a lot of time as the Islanders still can't touch this one up. Was looking for the offsides, goes to Gale. Gale will eventually touch up, and what a series of moments for Philadelphia. Get the goal, and odd fashion, as they would say, took a crazy bounce in. Made it a one-goal game. Then almost on the opposite side, Proctor was in a dangerous situation. Was deked around. A good job there by Moran to get him out of position. And then couldn't put it in the back of net off the post. And then, now they're down 5-on-4 as the penalty will go to Starring. Will spend 2 minutes in the sin bin. Tries to throw that one on net. That one's deflected in front as this one's whipped across, behind, and into the neutral zone. Philadelphia will reset. Connor Pasek takes this one into his own end as Corona comes to just give him a check. Whipped into the offensive end, can't get anything there. Intercepted, so Philadelphia will continue to hold the zone. That one's poked away. They'll free this one out. Goes over to Proctor. Proctor will control the puck and then give off. Philadelphia hasn't really been able to set up so far. So we're almost a minute down on the Philadelphia man advantage. Whipped around here by Spafford. Spafford within the corner. He can't get anything going. Still loose. And on top of it is Willett. Willett tried to clear the zone. That one's thrown on net. Deflects away and wide. 45 seconds left to go on the Starring penalty. Both teams get the change. Long possession there, but not really much doing. A methodical pace to this one so far. Puts on the brakes there was D'Arzio. Now along the boards, Philadelphia trying to operate some offense here. Around 15 seconds left. Puck loose in front, and eventually the Islanders will control, skating this one and thrown towards center. As Moran will come to work on the forecheck shorthanded. 2 seconds left to go on the power play. That will do it. Both teams at even strength. There's a shot, and that one's saved. Able to hold on to the rebound there was Gale, who makes the save, and that's where that power play stops in its tracks. Nothing doing for the PHC.
You know Philadelphia is disappointed not to convert on that power play. However, really like what I saw from there that in those 2 minutes, some good scoring opportunities, good pressure, didn't waste a lot of time trying to get into the zone. So overall, good 2 minutes. Unfortunate for them not to be able to put a goal up on the board there.
Back here at the point, throws that one down. That one, wrister goes wide. Gale can't make the save. Didn't get on net to begin with. Taking the other way, working. Hard shot laid down by Hughes. Puck and a couple bodies loose behind the net of Proctor. And a delayed penalty will be called on Philadelphia. It'll be a hooking call assessed against Philadelphia. Chip Hamlet goes to the box. 2 minutes for hooking, so right after not being able to do anything with the man advantage, they have to work shorthanded.
Another unforced error there from Philadelphia.
So the face-off will go to the right-hand circle as Proctor gets set. 11:31 left to play here in the middle period. Corona ties up on the draw. Zametti tries to clear the puck. He cannot. Goes up to the point. 1 for 1 on the power play so far tonight. That one was dangerous. However, able to make the clear there was Anderson. Willett will receive the puck here. Charging through neutral ice. Gives over to Moran. Back over to Willett. Willett now up to the point. There's a blast. That one's save made. Loose in front. Not able to get another shot off there. As they'll reset once more. Willett at the point. Over to Gibbons. Gibbons, one-time shot. That one just wide. Dipped over to Willie. Now behind the net, here's Moran. Gibbons sets back up. Fans on that one as a hard shot was laid down at the point. Waugh throws in front. That one not able to connect. Gibbons now with it. Goes far side over to Willie. Now back over to Waugh. Waugh's shot goes wide. Loose on the cage. The Islanders hold the zone and continue the attack. Corona with it. Corona gives over to Gibbons. Back over to Gibbons. High slot. Tries to throw something in front. And Zametti fighting for it. Throws him down. Can't clear the zone. Right back on top of it. Throws this one down low looking for something. And luckily, the stick of Thronson was there just to tap into Proctor, who'll get the much-needed save and the much-needed stoppage as we'll reset. 31 seconds left to go on the Hamlet penalty.
Yeah, the Islanders are putting the pressure on here on this power play, looking to go 2 for 2 so far on the night.
Off the face-off with it is Kaltoff. Connor Kaltoff with it in the corner. Gets met by a swarm of bodies wearing both color uniforms. Freed up finally, Philadelphia not able to clear the zone. Over to Donlin. Down low, shucked over is Bernardo. Satima working, that one hits off the cage, still loose, and eventually held, as that'll do it for the power play. So now 1 for 2 on the night are the Junior Islanders, but nevertheless, a very strong power play there by the Junior Isles.
Very strong. Hectic 2 minutes there for Philadelphia. They're feeling lucky to be able to walk away out of that 2 minutes, still only down 1, because the Islanders really put the heat on.
Zarcone to take the draw against Demetrio. Won by the Islanders as they try and hold the zone. Price takes this one. Jaden Price tries to free it away as that one hits straight off Chris and into the possession of Price. Price with a backhander, tries to throw another one, still loose, looking for another backhand try, another rebound, steered away by the Islanders as they take it past center. Past the blue line, then they dump in. Hard shot laid down as Chris couldn't successfully hold the zone. Kaltoff passes over as hard shot laid down. Now some checking as people discussing things all across the ice, and a player down on the ice. And we'll reset and get back in a moment. Don't go anywhere. You're watching RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. And we're back. RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Gary Ridley, Dylan Siddiqui for RTN Channel 5's coverage once more. 2-1 game here from Hollydale. Philadelphia scoring most recently off of a Carlson goal. Led to some good things. Caden Carlson netting his 5th of the year. And Philadelphia has been on the upswing, however, a dangerous play near the boards. Not what you want to see in this situation. Nevertheless, We're reset, back to play, back to live action. Proctor tries to control this one. Has a stoppage quickly after. And Jaros looks like he's going to the box, and I think he'll be met by a Carlson. I will be correct. Kate Carlson goes to the box as well. I believe for an unsportsmanlike type call.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the refs kind of tighten up on this one, and rightfully so now.
So we're going to play some 4-on-4 hockey as Carlson and Jaros go to the box. As this game has been very physical. We talked about that throughout the broadcast. Physicality has definitely been there. As we're, I believe thinking it was going to be 5-on-5. That's not the case. We're going to play some 4-on-4 hockey. Longton takes it off the draw. Pick up the pace a little bit more. Some even strength 4-on-4. Longton past the blue line, working, tries to dip that one down low. Up top over to Spafford. Drives inside to the near side post. That one not going. Spafford, Longton tries to free up the puck. He does, gets it over to Spafford, who plays behind the net of Proctor. Pass the neutral zone, dips over, pass over, looking for a shot, not there. Poked away. Played towards center and thrown to the opposite side to Willett. Willett can't control, but able to free the puck up a little bit. Not able to get there in time. On the opposite side was Starring. Chris with it. Chris with the goal here tonight. Tries to get another one as he gives over to Starring. Now back up to the point is Chris. Chris with a blast. That one deflects and pops over and behind the net. Freed up on the boards. Here's Bernardo. Chris tries to control the puck again. Freed up towards center. Starring will take it near the logo. Chris down low, gets it back, kick save. Bernardo couldn't hop on the rebound. That one's popped, right thrown almost into the glove of Proctor. Player loses stick. Spafford tries to lead that one away. He's going to throw that one. Glove save made, popped right back down as Gale tried to end things quickly and head the other way. 9 seconds left to go on the coinciding penalties. As that'll do it. We're at even strength, 5-on-5. Tries to free up the puck. Now back up top. That one deflects. A race for it. The Islanders will get there first. Looking for a shot. That one goes wide. Gibbons was looking for his second of the game.
Good opportunity there by Gibbons. Manufactured all by himself. Blocking the shot in front. Putting his body on the line. And then creating the somewhat breakaway opportunity back the other way, but the shot just wide, like you mentioned, Gary.
We talked about the speed. The speed is definitely there for the Junior Islanders. Honestly, Gibbons was not a slow skater, but really didn't put on the burners on that one. You have a guy like Chris, very quick skater. Maybe that one's into the back of the net. Puck freed up here. The Islanders hold the zone. Vonk's shot goes wide from the point. Moran working here near the far side boards. Dekes around. Looks for a shot. Goes top of the post. Can't get that one to go. Tried to go top shelf. Hit the post. Opposite side. That one's save made by Gale, who holds on with 5:41 left to play here in the middle stages.
Another scary moment there. You could almost feel the Philadelphia faithful holding their breath as that one clanks off the post. Philadelphia, once again, they're not doing not a terrible job, but not as good of a job as the Islanders of clogging the shooting lanes. Really good high slot opportunity there for the Islanders to throw that one on net.
We talked about how the puck seemed to be bouncing in favor of Philadelphia in the past couple of minutes, especially in the second period. And right there, you want to talk about bouncing your way. That's a situation that any goaltender's dream is the red crossbar going their way. Another stoppage. Face-off will go back into the Philadelphia end. Sometimes that crossbar, extra defender in net. Face-off won by Philadelphia, but able to hold the zone, trying to go wrap around, got the leg out, just barely in time with Proctor to make the save. Right back on it, Philadelphia almost losing that one in their own end. It's Cole Carlson, turn the puck over in neutral ice. Here's Cormanek. Cormanek trying to get past. Can't. Cole Carlson redeems himself and tries to get to the opposite side over to McNeil. Played towards center. Now looking for something in front. Can't cooperate on that one with Serio. That one's thrown on a little one-timer, just chucked on net. Glove save made, easy one for Proctor, who holds for another face-off with 4:36 left to play here in the second period.
Good game from both goaltenders here. Proctor being challenged a little more, hence why we see the 2 goals on the board. But so far, I would say solid performance from both Proctor and Gale alike.
Anderson to take the draw against Christ. One back by Christ. As now Spafford takes it the other way. He dumps in. In the corner. Met by Swarm white jerseys. Here's Fortner, who backhands that one behind the net of Gale. And whips it down low. Tries to get over to Fortner again. Bouncing puck. Proctor goes out to play it. Pass over. Gets there. As once again with it. Here's Spafford. Spafford trying to look for a pass in front. Nobody banging on the doorstep as he goes now up to the point. There's a little wrister. That one deflects. And eventually gets into the hands of the Isles. Now towards center. They have to reset. Here's Chris. Chris puts on the brakes and just zips it down low. Philadelphia on top of the board. That one shuffleboarded away. And now trying to look for a shot in front. Fortner with a little between his legs shot. Wasn't really able to get on net. Thrown on net a second time. And held for a face-off with 3:24 left to play in the second period. Could have been pretty.
That would have been something. I held my breath a little bit on that one.
I saw him try and I was all like, okay, we're gonna try that here. I like that. I respect it. Nevertheless, Philly wins a face-off draw. Tried to get the pass over. Willett was working to try and create the full turnover. Couldn't get that one to go. Woody hops on top of the puck at center. As that wrister goes right up high and off the stick of Hamlet and out of play. 3:07, we reset. 2-1 game in favor of the Junior Islanders. Second period has been a little back and forth, but we've seen Philadelphia get their fair share of bounces of the puck, to say the least. And that's where we stand, 2-1. The lone goal of the period being scored by the PHC's Caden Carlson. Delayed penalty upcoming. Excuse me, just an icing call. Got ahead of myself. Saw the fist go up.
I was with you.
Saw the fist go up, and I saw some Islanders debating a call in their own end. However, nothing going off that. Looked too early. Face-off goes back to the Philadelphia end. Right off the face-off, looked for a shot there was Moran. Turned it over. Hughes takes it the other way. Pass the blue line. Waffle boards that one right on net. And the face-off will come at 2:44 left to play here in the second period. 2-1 game, like we mentioned, in favor of the Junior Islanders. Able to control the pace for a majority of this second period. However, Philadelphia, like we mentioned, got their fair share of opportunities. Trying to lead something in front, turned over immediately. And the Islanders free it towards center. They can't control the puck, however. Not taken here. Was taken by Philadelphia. They turned it over right at the red line. That's Satimo working. He's met by a swarm of white sweaters as they try and free things up. They do. Hughes the other way, looking for something. Pass the blue line, throws that one over to the corner. As that one's just waft towards center. And now Waugh takes a couple of bodies into the offensive zone. Satimo drops that one down low. Now played behind the net. Here's Riggins. Waiting for a tie-up. Can't get there. Puck's freed up. That one's thrown on net. Still loose, and Proctor will hit the awkward splits with the knees out, make the save, hold for a face-off. And we get another one with 1.5 left playing here in the middle period.
Yeah, it seems like the Islanders, even when there's like a sea of bodies in front of the net, that puck's still finding a way through to Proctor, whereas that's not the case for Philadelphia on the offensive side of things.
And that's how the Islanders want to play. Get a swarm of bodies in front, get those rebound chances. Had the one really good opportunity earlier on this period with Moran. Just wasn't able to capitalize on that one. That one could have been huge.
It seemed like that net was open for an eternity on that play, but unable to convert.
Felt like the net was open for half the period. However, it wasn't. That really feels like the only true opportunity the Islanders had. We're talking about how they controlled the pace very well. Really, that's all they've had this period. As the PHC will get this one in the offensive end, turned over behind the net of Gale as we're in the last minute of play here in the middle stages. Chucked into the corner. That one's thrown on net. Proctor's not going to hold. Couldn't really control it cleanly. As now Mays with it. Mays back on the ice. Towards center, thrown into the offensive end. Looks for something in front. They score! Just tossed in front. Go out and get it. And that's exactly what they do to tie the game up at 2 apiece. Ship Hamlet makes it a tie game with 36 seconds left to play in the second period.
Another quick one for Philadelphia. It seems in a period where we have said the Islanders have pretty much controlled the pace, Philadelphia, in just a matter of just a blink of an eye, 2 times here now this period, able to tie this game up.
Ship Hamlet gets on the board for Philadelphia with 36 seconds left. Was huge. Looking for another opportunity to go back, score again. Had a cutter in front, couldn't get the pass off as it goes into the corner. Philadelphia holding things, trying to keep the offensive intensity going into the third period. A stoppage will be called. Around 5 seconds left, and I believe we're going to head all the way back into the Islanders' end. Philadelphia, like we said, buzzing a little bit. Haven't really been the intensity we're used to seeing. Very high energy. However, been able to make some plays, been able to make some turnovers, been able to poke the puck into the net. And that's where we stand 2-2.
Yeah, unable to control the pace necessarily, but taking advantage of their opportunities here in this second period.
Bodies lined up right in the slot, straight off the face-off. Tried to take the shot. That's probably why. Similar to a soccer penalty shot, trying to get as many bodies in front as possible near the end of that period. And it was a strong end to the period, especially for Philadelphia. How do you end it stronger than anything else? Go and get a goal on the board.
Yeah, that's a complete momentum shift going for Philadelphia into this third and final period now. In a period where they weren't necessarily controlling the pace, few opportunities here and there, but 2 quick goals for Philadelphia. Now heading into this third period tied up and a chance to possibly win this one right out from underneath the Islanders.
Back here up in the booth, Garrett O'Donnell saying for second period action. We're going into the third period as it is a tie game here from Hydel. After the first period, you'd be shocked to say that. Philadelphia really didn't have it offensively. That second period changed things. Really changed things. Got the bounces they needed. Very important. Chip Hamlet getting the second goal. That was the big one. That's the one we're going to start with.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Philadelphia on the break, pushing the intensity. Quick pass in front of the slot. Chip Hamlet there to put that one home away for Philadelphia. Huge goal to tie it up for Philadelphia.
The first one we'll mention, Caden Carlson's goal. Wasn't really a spectacular goal, wasn't really a spectacular play. Came out of nowhere for the most part. It was kind of just thrown in front, poked in, and that's how it ended up. You'll take it. And that's what it seems like Philadelphia did. They said, all right, we'll take it. And they kept going, got the momentum from that. That was absolutely huge.
Yeah, both goals now for Philadelphia coming as a result of just kind of throwing it on net, hoping someone's there to put it away. And it's worked for them so far here. We have mentioned that the Islanders have had similar opportunities with throwing the puck on net, seeing if someone's there, and people have been there, but they haven't put their 2 goals away that way. It'll be interesting to see how the next goal will come for either of these teams.
And that's the thing. 2 goals scored in the first period by the Junior Islanders, 2 goals scored in the second period by Philadelphia. Who's going to break in the third? We'll find out in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. You're watching RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club, currently at a 2-2 game here from Hydel.
Good job.
back here from Hideout Ice Arena. Up in the booth, Gary Sadiq. Downstairs, we'll send things over to Amanda Harvey for second intermission report. Amanda.
Thanks, Gary and Dylan. New York and Philadelphia were truly battling it out on the ice the second period. Philadelphia tied it up, so the score is now 2-2. PHC definitely woke up this period, and Coach Raylan was right. They got all their nerves out last period and came out strong and ready to dominate for the second. Center, Caden Carlson for Philadelphia, got an amazing shot this past period, and so did Chip Hamlin, who tied it up. I just spoke with Coach Raylan after the period, but before he went into the locker room with the team, and he said that he wants his teams to work defensively well this next period and go in with the same mindset and energy. That's it for me. Back to you guys at the booth.
Thanks, Amanda. Back here, up in the broadcast booth, Gary, Dill. Second period was a fun one. Took some bounces. That's what we really talked about. It was a very good bounce period for Philadelphia. They bounced back, got the 2 goals, pucks bounced into the back of the net. Wasn't always pretty, but that's how it happened. And on the opposite side from the Junior Islanders, puck did not bounce into the back of the net. Had their fair share of chances. They just didn't happen.
You know, as they say, sometimes it's better to be lucky than it is to be good. But, you know, Philadelphia wasn't a terrible period by any means for them. Not their strongest, but like we said, at the end of the day, they took advantage of the few opportunities they created for themselves. And, you know, they tied this game up, and really that's all that matters. Now, it doesn't matter necessarily if they weren't controlling the pace in that second period, because they go into this third period squared up 2-2 apiece, and it's this anyone's time now.
Exactly. You can look at this as like, well, we weren't setting up offensively very well, or this happened. At the end of the day, you got 20 minutes of hockey. Whatever happens, happens. One goal could be enough the rest of the way. I haven't seen a crazy amount of scoring or a crazy amount of offensive chances, ones that they've been able to get. Luckily for the Junior Islanders, they've capitalized on the opposite side for Philadelphia. Some of their worst chances ended up in the back of the net. So both these teams are facing offensive obstacles that they definitely need to improve on a little bit. If either one of these squads wants to come away with a win, see the stick tap from both sides as we are underway here for third period action from Hollydale. As a face-off won by Philadelphia, deflects into the offensive zone as Gale chips at this one. McNeil takes it on the near side boards. Freed away. Carlson tried to get there. Serio with it for the Junior Isles. Chris with it. Chris with one of the goals for the Junior Islanders so far tonight. Deflects into the PHC's bench. And we'll reset. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. 19:34 left to play here in the third period. Face-off goes towards center. 2-2. Your score. 30 seconds down. Was waiting for the drop there on the song. I could tell. I could tell, Dylan. Nevertheless, waiting to set up here is Philadelphia, skating quickly. That one turned over, but Spafford takes this one, chucks that one, intercepted. Tried to get it on net. Wall led that one over to Bernardo. Loose on the near side boards. Anderson doesn't chase after it. Spafford's there to pick up for the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Takes it past center into the offensive zone. Dips that one away. Corona tried to get there for the Isles. That one's gonna deflect. However, they say it was not touched up. An icing call comes 18:42.
Slow start this period, granted only a minute 20 in so far, but neither team really putting their mark on this one here in this third and final period.
Face-off goes to the far side. Right-hand circle face-off won by Philadelphia in their own end. Chuck towards center. Here's an opportunity. Freed up. Goes 5-0. They score. Anderson gets that one to go, muscling the defender, goes 5-hole on Gale. It makes it 3-2 in favor of Philadelphia as they take the lead. A minute and 30 seconds down in the final period.
And just like that, Philadelphia puts their mark early on this third period. Like you said, Sam Anderson protecting the puck, crashing towards the net, puts that one in 5-hole. Beautiful effort there. Is now Philadelphia, their first lead of the night.
First lead of the night for Philadelphia. Couldn't have come at a bigger time. Needed some offensive momentum. They finally get it. Their first real chance in quite some time. Icing will be called. We'll reset, head into the Philly zone. What a job there by Sam Anderson. The defender on his back, out muscling him, goes 5-hole on Gale. As you hear the public address announcer call it. Spafford gets the assist on the Anderson goal. 3-2 game here from Holliday after that one. The Islanders definitely going to be a little bit more active on the offensive end. Serio lost control of the puck there. Kormanek has it as it's freed away. Philadelphia trying to start a little bit of a rush here. Backhand pass over. There's a wrister save made right into the glove of Gale. Things get a little rough over in the corner.
Things heating up here.
Not a whole lot of praying in that circle, if you catch my drift. Gale does some nice stick taps.
Yeah, I saw that. I was keeping an eye on that.
Very talented puck handler at the goaltender position.
Showing off the glove and the stick here tonight.
I will say, impressed by it. I had to point that out. Very good at doing that. Face off won by the Islanders. Chris tries to free this one out of his own end. Has to do it not the way you would want, taking a few jarring hits near the boards. However, it does eventually. And near the Philly blue line, Chris with it. As he spins around, tries to get the shot on net, can't get there. Goes behind the net of Proctor and pop towards center. Shot deflects out of play, face off upcoming. Bone having discussion with Waugh after the whistle during the play as well. They need to be separated.
Yeah, something tells me that's not going to be the end of the chipping and chirping here as this third period resumes on.
No, sir. I would agree. I would definitely agree.
I don't need a crystal ball to see that one.
Really don't need a fortune teller to tell you that's true. Played at the point. That one, wrister glove save made by Gale. Gale has really done a very good job of just finding the puck through the bodies. That's something you mentioned. Philadelphia and the Junior Islanders really have crowded inside, and usually that's a nightmare for a goaltender. For Gale, it's tonight, and it's pretty much any given day. And he's been able to make the saves very well. The 2 goals scored in the second period really could argue were just unlucky bounces. The one scored this period was a really good shot, went 5-hole, strong job there by Anderson. That one's thrown on net, kick save, pad save made. Carlson tries to throw another one with the backhander. He cannot. Willett takes it the other way past center. and into the offensive zone. However, an offsides will be called. They'll reset with 16-12 left playing here in the final period.
Gary, you had mentioned how we've seen both teams, kind of clogging the lanes and keeping bodies around both goaltenders, whereas for Philadelphia, these shots for them up until this period have not really been finding their way to Gale. Gale hasn't really had to track them that well because it's getting blocked in front, whereas so far here in these first 4 minutes, we've seen him have to flash the leather a few times because these shots are starting to make it through. Philadelphia's starting to open up those shooting lanes a little more.
And you knew once they could find their way past the bodies, the floodgates would open. There's a chance with a bunch of bodies in front, deflects wide. Doesn't get on net. Back up to the point. Chucks that one into the swarm of bodies. And Philadelphia takes control in their own end. Freed up, down low, tacking behind the net. As they spin around, goes that one. Deflects and wide once more. Right back on top of it. Satimo tried to throw that one in front over to Moran, who couldn't get there in time as he got caught up with the white sweater. Satimo passes over, gives back, goes down low, pass just out of the reach of Moran, who's taking a little bit of a body up top, looking for something at the point. That one trickles down low, thrown near the post on the corner of the net. As a stoppage will be called, as once again, your analysis on will things continue to be this chippy.
I have a feeling we're nearing the boiling point of tension between these two squads. It's been building slowly but surely throughout this contest.
That was a magic 8-ball, and you asked, will the intensity level stay the same? The answer would be yes. And it has. 3-2 game here in the final period, almost 5 minutes down from Hollywood. Trying to figure out exactly what they're looking for, and I believe a timeout will be called by the PHC. So we'll take a timeout with that as well. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. You're watching RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club, who currently holds a 3-2 lead over the Powell Junior Islanders. Back from Hollydale. The PHC currently in a close one. They've scored 3 unanswered since the Islanders scored 2 unanswered in the first period, and that's where we stand. 3-2 your score on RTN Channel 5. Face-off upcoming after the timeout. It's won by the Islanders, however turned over, and they'll take it in the neutral zone as Willett dishes over far side over to Schaefer. Turned over once more. Philadelphia skating it past is Fortner. Fortner dips that one down. Long pass over to Willett, who dishes it over to Serio. Serio gives off to Waugh. That one turned over near center, loose puck. Serio hops on top of it. The Islanders are looking for a change. They'll get it as they advance the puck into the offensive zone. Turnover as Philadelphia takes it the other way. 2-on-1 situation. Pass over. Couldn't get there in time as they tried to get over to Principali. Delayed penalty upcoming. Proctor has to make a little unconventional of a move, but Philadelphia will be able to touch up before any damage could be done. However, damage will be done as a penalty will be called on Philadelphia. Grant Longton will go to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Huge opportunity here for the Junior Islanders. They're gonna call a timeout, set things up, as this would be the situation to do that. Perfect situation to draw something up. We talked about this team. Their first power play opportunity. Fantastic work drawing things up, finding the open man, and that was huge. 1 for 2 on the power play so far, but you got to be expecting something similar to that, so the PHC got to be a little aggressive in those passing lanes.
Yeah, no doubt. Like you said, that first power play goal by the Islanders was really just a thing of beauty. Tic-tac-toe, perfectly set up tap-in goal. And Philadelphia, they're going to need to, like you said, be more aggressive on these passing lanes, not let it get passed around, because that was, you know, that was a disaster for them. And to lose this lead would be crushing for Philadelphia here.
Plenty of time left. However, this is going to be a tough kill. Around 14 minutes left to play here in the third period. 2 minutes to Longton for tripping. Philadelphia still has the lead by 1 goal. This could be huge for the Junior Islanders. Corona to take the draw, tied up, freed up. Willett at the point. Willett looks for a shot, he scores! Ryan Willett goes top right corner. Selly's hard, ties the game up at 3 apiece. 6 seconds into the Longton penalty.
And that was a thing of beauty. High over the glove of Proctor. Beautiful shot. And once again, in just about 10 seconds, the Islanders only taking 14 seconds on their first power play goal. Just about 10 seconds on that power play goal. Tie it up here. Islanders wasting no time on these power play opportunities. Taking the timeout there, huge for them to draw up an effective play, open up the shooting lanes, and just execute it perfectly.
Ryan Willett gets his 17th of the year. He has been a machine in the goal-scoring category and also freeing up his teammates. He's been fantastic. On the opposite side, Philadelphia trying to get back on the board to try and take the lead as Kormanek hops on top of the loose puck looking for something. Philadelphia able to pop that one out, and guess what? They'll go right back on the penalty kill once more. As you want to talk about worst possible situation, this is it.
Momentum has shifted in favor of the Islanders right now. We had mentioned before, Philadelphia, the second most penalized team in the Northern Conference of the NCDC. 2 untimely penalties here in this third period. Not only to lose the lead, but now possibly go down after fighting and crawling your way back, scoring 3 unanswered. Possible disaster situation here for the Philadelphia Hockey Club.
Robert Zametti goes to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Excuse me, for slashing. Got confused with the last penalty just moments ago to Longton. Penalties come maybe a grand total of 30 seconds apart in true game time. 20 seconds down on the Islanders' power play, but they take this one in the offensive zone. Loose on the boards, trying to get things out. They cannot. That one's popped in front, way outside to play the puck. There was Proctor. He's bailed out. He goes down, and they'll get the stoppage. And then a teammate comes to discuss what happened.
Yeah, look to be incidental.
Discussed
lightly. That was Gibbons there. Looked to be just a incidental contact with Proctor, but man, another good scoring opportunity as Proctor coming way out of the net to play that one, leaving it open, but ultimately not able to convert on that one was New York.
Face-off will come into the neutral zone. After the stoppage, face-off won by the Islanders. Here's Moran. Moran goes far side, looks for something, collapses in front, they score! Bodies collide down low. Proctor is down, and Ryan Willett gets his second of the game and his 18th on the year, and gives the Islanders the lead. 4-3 your score with 12:24 left to play here in the third period.
And nightmare come true here. Nightmare at Hollydale, really.
But excuse me, very likely to be the call, was the call. I believe we're gonna look at a goaltender interference here as bodies collapse on Proctor. Goals waved off. We reset 3-3 in the third period. They're still discussing things, however, and let's see exactly what the discussion would be about. And that's the situation. So many bodies collapsed. It was a situation where it wasn't just people fell. People were attacking the net and collided with the goaltender.
Yeah, we saw.
That's where the situation gets hectic.
We saw Proctor's blocker go flying. A couple pieces of equipment gone flying. The call's still uncertain here, at least to us.
By the way the Islanders are skating, we're looking at no goal. A dodged bullet by Philadelphia. Not really a shocking one after the play. However, the initial call, the initial reaction by the Junior Islanders was very clearly goal, back in the net. However, after the outcome of what we saw, that one off the face-off goes over to Gale. Gale will play. Hard forechecking there by Carlson, working on 4 different Islanders. Allowed to kill some time, under a minute left to go. Skating fast, Willett with a chance. Snow shower to Proctor. Puck behind the net as Moran setting up, dips that one down to Corona. Waugh at the point. And right there, being aggressive on the penalty kill, pops out of play as they try and clear it. That's what we're talking about, Dylan. They got to be aggressive on the penalty kill and stop these chances before they even happen. Talking about the Willett goal to start. He was able to just walk right into the high slot, go top shelf. Right there, play a little bit more aggressive, pop into those passing lanes, force a little bit risky plays, and right there led to good things for Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia, I don't want to say lucky because I do think it was goaltender interference, but to know that you almost go down and then get the opportunity to stay at 3 apiece, you know, you got to take that and run with it.
Face-off goes in to the Islanders zone. Got the shot off straight off of it. There was Hughes. And the other way, here comes Cormanic. Cormanic dekes around a man. Shuffleboards that one in to the offensive zone. 10 seconds left to go on the power play for the Islanders. At the point, there's a shot, deflects over to the glass, tries to chuck that one back on net, skating fast, that'll do it. We're at even strength, 5-on-5. Demetrio loses his footing, couldn't get the shot off, as luckily Donlin takes it the other way. Losing his foot in there, Satimo working, looking for a shot, he gets bodied, not able to get one on net. Another break there for Philadelphia's defender immediately lost his skates, fell backwards, and Satimo facing the opposite way of us, but I can tell if I was in that situation, eyes wide open, ready to go.
It's a few scary moments here for the PHC, no doubt.
Get a little bit of break with the face-off. Things pop towards center. Now they take it the other way, trying to work offensively. Can't, as Schaefer collapse on the puck. And now Chris tries to set up offensively. He cannot. Goes into the hands of Spafford. Spafford with it behind the net of Proctor. He has to dip this one down one more time. Taking a little bit of a shot there was Longton. Hits off Fortner, back up to the point, pops out, deflects, gets a second chance try. That one not really able to get on net the way they would have truly wanted. Machini leads this one away. Now here's an opportunity for Philadelphia. Working, pass over, Anderson looking for the second chance pass. Couldn't, still loose. Pad save made by Gale. A good job there by the Islanders to stop the chance. Fortner dishes this one down low to Spafford. Sirio's pass goes down, and now Christ with it, trying to clear the zone. They cannot, barely do. They'll say touched out into the neutral zone. Would have been offside, so Philadelphia has to retreat. They go back into their own end, take the puck up here. They slow things down, 9:18 left to play here in the third period. Long pass, that one hits off. They'll say it was deflected, and it was at center. They give off, looking for a shot. That one almost goes into the possession of Carlson. Goes behind the net here of Gale. Hertog, his pass connects to Cormanic. Cormanic, pass over, look for something in front. Delayed penalty upcoming as they collide with Proctor. Proctor's taking a little bit of a beating in net, as they'll have to reset the pegs. He's down, he'll get back to his feet. He's fine, just a lot of contact made with Proctor so far this one. And a hooking call against the PHC. It'll go against Durazio.
Philadelphia unable to stay out of their own way after getting that lead in this third period, giving the Islanders every chance to get back in it with repeated penalties.
Losing the footing there, offsides will be the call. 1:52 left to play on the recently acquired Durazio penalty. Face-off goes into the neutral zone. Corona to take the draw. He wins this one back, gets over to Willett. Waugh puts on the brakes, dumps that one down low, has his teammates go fight for it behind the net of Proctor. They can't come successful with the biscuit, and Waugh has to take a little bit of a beating. Proctor goes to save it. Dangerous play, as Willett was right on top of the puck. Good defense there by Demetrio to force him into neutral ice. Putting on the break there is Moran. Moran dips over and goes backwards all the way over to Gale. Play behind the net as Waugh will start the break. Long pass over to Willett. Back over to Waugh. Waugh makes a nice move near center, frees himself up, looking for something, goes near side, stopped in front. Now high slot. They score! The initial shot by Gibbons may have been touched up down low. Nevertheless, the Islanders take the lead cleanly, 4-3, with 7.5 left to play here in the third period.
Now is Spencer Corona possibly, hard to tell, but looks like his team's giving him the credit for that one. And again, Philadelphia, that's just disheartening to see from Philadelphia. Unable to get out of their own way in this third period. Penalty after penalty, almost giving up 3 power play goals, but now down officially 4-3.
Corona gets his 9th of the year as Philadelphia not playing with the same intensity we saw a couple minutes ago after going to the box multiple times. Here's Riggins. Riggins with a shot. That one goes behind the net of Proctor. 7 minutes left to play here in the third period, plenty of hockey left. That one down low, still loose in front, not able to get the shot off. Were the Islanders. Offsides waved off, no one really touched it, as Chris deking around a couple of white sweaters. He gets a shot on net. That one actually goes wide and behind. Puck's free towards center. Hits off an official, and now played here off the stick of Christ. Longton behind his own net, steers this one away. He gets it right back. He's met by the hard forechecking Satimo. And now the PHC is stuck in their own end as we're looking at another stoppage. 4-3 your score in the third period. And this has been a little bit of a third period breakdown. Too many men on the ice will be the call. So you want to talk about shooting yourself in the foot. There's another situation of just that.
I mean, this is just an unforced collapse by Philadelphia here. Like, too many men on the ice. Tripping and slashing calls are not forced errors. And Philadelphia just, once again, like you said, Gary, shooting themselves in the foot.
Perciabali will serve the 2-minute minor for too many men on the ice. And you're not getting a delayed penalty there, but could be arguable. Nevertheless, still 5-on-4. Long pass. Willett with a shot. That one tried to get over to Moran. Moran couldn't get a hold of the one-timer. That one will be cleared all the way over to Gale. Gale plays the puck. Long pass over to Willett. Finds the PHC in the middle of a change. Willett skates inside. Passes over to Corona. Corona working at the face-off circle. Working with the puck. Spins that one around. Rainbows it all the way going towards neutral ice. Seeing frustration started to fit in for a little bit with the PHC. Here's Willett. Willett high slot. Pass over to Moran. Moran can't get a shot off as it goes into the corner. Less than a minute left to go on the penalty. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the period. Philadelphia only down 1, 4-3 after the goal scored by Spencer Corona. The go-ahead goal in this period. Another power play goal. Wind-up shot. That one deflects off a few bodies in front. Philadelphia still not able to clear. Finally do as Waugh goes back to play it in his own end. Off the boards, hits off. Skating with it is Satimo. Gives over to Serio. Stick loose on the ice. Serio skates past it. Skating with a full head of steam. The C goes behind the net of Proctor. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. And that will most likely do it, and it will. Back to even strength, nothing doing for the Junior Islanders. Pass from Price, couldn't get over to Mays. Mays with it now near the face-off circle. His shot pad save made by Gale. Shot near the boards as Cormanek couldn't hold that one cleanly. That one could have been dangerous. He gets it back here, poked away by Proctor. Under 4 minutes left to go here from Hollydale. 4-3 lead for the Islanders. That one skates all the way back. Icing will be waved off as there's a little bit of a shot laid down as Starring takes it behind his own net. That one all the way back towards Proctor. The Islanders there to touch up. 3.5 remain in the third period. Puck loose on the far side corner in the Philadelphia defensive zone. The Islanders take it. Throws that one on net. Took an odd angle. Don't know quite how it got there, but ended up in the chest of Proctor. Hops on top of the explosive device and gets the stoppage.
It's going to be very important for Philadelphia to stay disciplined here with 3 minutes left. It's still only a 1-goal game, but going on the PK once again could be devastating.
At this point, that's out of the equation. You can't do that. 1-goal game, 3 minutes left. You'll have 1 minute of even strength hockey if that happens right now as I'm speaking. So that's not going to happen. You can't let that happen. Demetrio, that one kick save made by Gale. Hughes fighting after it, back to the point. That one dropped down low. Fighting for it still, able to poke it away. There was Gale. Not able to hold the zone. Corona does a good job of clearing. 2.5 left to play here in the third period. Philadelphia desperately needs to get something going here. Loose near the far side boards in the Islander end. Pops up. That one will go towards neutral ice. 2:15 left to play here. Anderson stops near the near side boards. Proctor is pulled. They'll get the extra attacker. Towards the point. Throws that one down. Long pass. Goes wide. Long shot. Icing will be called with 2 minutes left to play here in the third period. We'll reset. Face-off will go to the right-hand circle of Gale. 1:59 the official time on the scoreboard. Only need one to send this one to an extra frame of hockey as Mays to take the face-off for Philadelphia. He'll be lined up against the captain, Spencer Corona. Captain versus captain matchup inside the circle. That one's won by Corona. Vonk takes that one, immediately pops it out of play. Only 3 seconds killed there. 1:56 left to play here in the third period. We'll reset once again. Same matchups, most likely. I lied. Mays to take it against Satima. Won by Satimo in his own end. But Philadelphia able to hold the zone briefly. They keep the zone there after Philadelphia was able to pop down low. Mays pops it to the point. One-time shot. Nothing going. Still loose at the doorstep near the face-off circle. They'll reset. 1:30 left to play here in the final period of action. Long pass. Mays with a shot with a one-timer. Can't go. Mays behind the net. Rainbows this one behind the net. Pass over to Longton. Longton over to Mace. Mace on the face-off circle looking for something. Trying to operate. That one kick save made by Gale. 1:10 left to play. Far pass over. Longton pump fakes on the shot. Back to Longton at the point. Over to Mace. Mace at the face-off circle. Still working. That shot save made by Gale. Couple bodies collapsing after the whistle. Still, whole lot of hockey left. 58 seconds left to play here in the final period of regulation.
And a good minute there for Philadelphia with the extra attacker. Goalie pulled. Really good job of possessing the puck there, getting some good scoring opportunities, but not able to put anything away as Gale was able to stand strong multiple times there.
58 seconds left to play here in the third period of action. Corona and Mace line up in the face-off circle. 58 seconds in the third period. Empty net for the PHC. Proctor's on the bench for the extra attacker. Schaefer and Anderson will get a little bit of a talking to, and we'll reset. Face-off tied up as right there, Spafford leads it away. Back to the point. Willett, long shot, just barely wide of the empty net. And we'll reset for the icing. The face-off goes back into the Islanders' zone after the icing call. Just inches away from netting that one.
A daunting few seconds there for Philadelphia as that one sailed just wide.
Face-off won by the Islanders. Pops out of play. We'll reset. Same situation. Don't get too comfortable. 43 seconds left. One-goal game, Philadelphia buzzing in the final minutes. Far side face-off draw, won by Philadelphia at the point. They trip this one down over to Spafford. Chance in front, can't go. Mace with it back over to Spafford. Spafford with the backhand try, still loose, and eventually taken here by Willett. Willett, long shot. That one scores to seal it. Most likely, 26 seconds left. Ryan Willett gets that one. It makes it a 5-3 game with under 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was a good minute and a half possession there from Philadelphia. You know, they had some good scoring opportunities, unable to put it away, and ultimately Ryan Willett, who else, the leading goal scorer and point scorer for this Islanders team, able to make that one from distance.
Ryan Willett able to get it there. Most likely will seal it as Proctor's back in net. Puck pops out of play. Ryan Willett gets another one on the day, his second of the game. To make it 5-3 in favor of the Junior Islanders. Goals scored first by Tyler Chris. So Brandon Gibbons get on the board. 2 goals by Ryan Willett, like we mentioned. Split in between there was a Spencer Corona goal to go along with it. And that's where you stand. 5-3 is still jarring. They score, adding insult to injury. Add another one with less than 10 seconds to play. The Junior Islanders make it 6-3. Kyle Juros gets credited with the goal for the Junior Islanders.
That was a beauty, top shelf beauty on that one. Like you said, insult to injury at this point.
Juros gets the assist. Kormanek gets the goal to end things as Philadelphia falls in this one by a final score of 6-3 from Hollydale. Back up in the booth, Garrett Lee, Dylan Sadiki has this one's gone to final. 6-3 your final score as the Powell Junior Islanders take down the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Philadelphia didn't really have it till late, and even when late, second period had some good bounces. Near the end of the third, had things go their way, but really, Junior Islanders were on top of the puck 90% of the game, and that's why the score was the way it was, 6-3 your final.
Yeah, no doubt. The first 2 periods really felt like it was all Islanders. Philadelphia was able to get those 2, I don't want to say fluky, but strange goals. Well, at least one was strange in that second period. Able to take advantage of just a few opportunities, and then to come at the start of that third period and take the lead. It looked like Philadelphia was turning things around, but really to end that period with a pretty disappointing collapse there for the Philadelphia Hockey Club.
Your scoring breakdown for the Junior Islanders as they get the win. First goal of the game was scored by Tyler Chris. Made it 1-0 in the first period. Second goal scored by Brandon Gibbons. He gets the second one. And then goals scored by Spencer Corona in between the 2 Ryan Willett goals. Made that 5-3, and then the one at the end of the period scored by Will Kormanek. It was tough. 6-3 game. You know, the score says a different story. Essentially, it's 4-3 in the final minute, and then 2 goals scored. What are you really going to do? But still, Philadelphia needs to work a little bit better offensively. They want to come back, get a win tomorrow.
Yeah, offensively, they need to get off to a hotter start. Like we said, the first 2 periods were practically all Islanders. They did get hot for just a moment in that third period, and then it seemed like it wasn't with them the rest of the game. And really, the thing that ultimately killed the Philadelphia Hockey Club here tonight was discipline. They had the lead. The lead was theirs in that third period, but multiple untimely penalties leading to 2 power play goals for the Islanders just in that third period alone ultimately was crushing for them.
Your 3 stars for the night. Tyler Chris won the goal on the day. The game-winning goal scored by Spencer Corona, your second star of the night. And then 2 goals scored by Ryan Willett. He gets your first star nod for tonight's matchup. As 6-3, your final score from Hydel Ice Arena, the Philadelphia Hockey Club fall. In this one, they get their 33rd loss of the year, 10-33-1. On the opposite side, the Junior Islanders, 2 games above 500 now, 16-14-3 on the year. Get 2 more points, 39 points on the year for the Junior Islanders. A big win for the Junior Islanders. On the opposite side for the Philadelphia Hockey Club, need to come back tomorrow and get a big win. We'll see if they could do just that. That game will be right here on RTN Channel 5. Fun one tomorrow. Do not want to miss it. But for today's coverage, the PHC fall on this one by a final score of 6-3 to the Powell Junior Islanders. For myself, Garrett Lee, Dil Siddiqui. Have a good night, everybody. Back here, a little post-game coverage. We'll send things down to Amanda Harvey with more with Coach Amanda.
You'll be fine.
Hi, the final score was 6-3. I'm here with Coach Ryland for the Philadelphia Hockey Club. So how do you feel about this past game against the Islanders? How do you think you guys played?
Well, we thought we played pretty good, probably for about 50 minutes, and certainly having a lead 3-2 in the third period and let it slip away like that is, obviously, not something that you'd like.
How do you think you played in Tampa versus today, and what did you take from Tampa and you brought it back to the ice arena today in this game?
Well, we thought we played pretty well in Tampa for the most part. I mean, we never had, any stretches where we were really, really bad. I mean, we had a good record down there. We've done a lot of different things, and our GM and myself have brought in a lot of new players, so we were pretty happy. And obviously tonight we would have, liked a better outcome, but certainly have to give that other team credit. That's a very good hockey team over there.
And for this last final stretch with the season ending, what do you think is your biggest improvement that you need to make?
Well, we can't give up 6 a night like that. Obviously, we're not going to win many games like that. When it's 3-2 in the third period, we need to lock it down. And again, probably we took some untimely penalties and some calls that, you know, would maybe be a little bit questionable. I certainly don't want to, you know, give the refs a hard time, but I mean, you know, it's a 3-2 game, and you know, to have those kind of calls go against us like that was a little bit disappointing. But again, we don't want to take anything away from that hockey team over there. They're a very good team.
Thanks, Coach. Okay, back to you. It's at the booth.
Once again, 6-3 your final score here from Hollywood Ice Arena one more time for the whole crew here for RTN Channel 5. Gary, Dylan Sadecki, Amanda Harvey, everybody involved with the broadcast. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow right here on RTN Channel 5. Have a good night, everybody.